Hey, what's going on, visionaries? Jason Osborne, J.O. Vision, back again with another video. And today we're talking fashion photography, how to plan and execute your fashion photo shoots. Coming up. All right, so fashion photography, yes. A lot goes into a fashion photo shoot. Fashion photography is a little bit different because it really, encompasses the model's full body, the outfit she's wearing. Sometimes the setting makes a big deal. So instead of just focusing maybe just on, the 8x5 or maybe just this of the model or the face of the model or anything like that, you're usually getting a lot of full body shots. Usually the setting or the area is a little bit more developed with, a nice background or something that complements the outfit or the model herself or himself. So, there are different ways to go about shooting fashion photography, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I plan and execute my fashion photo shoots. So hopefully, you guys can learn something about it. So we're gonna start on the planning phase first, okay? You gotta plan for success, all right? And if you don't plan, you plan to fail or something like that. I don't know how it goes. We're gonna talk about number one, budget. My most recent fashion photography shoot, I used my budget to book the studio, to buy the clothes for the model because I styled her myself, and to, really take care of any other expenses that I might have, forgot. Next thing, we'll be talking about models. How do you find models to do fashion shoots? I went on Instagram and I just used hashtags. Hashtag Houston model, that's the city that I'm in. Hashtag Houston photographer. And just looking through the feed of what came up under that hashtag, I was able to find her pictures, look at her profile. I liked a bunch and I followed her, she followed me back, and then I got to communicating and expressed that I wanted to shoot with her, and then the rest is history. And that's how it usually goes. So if you are struggling to find models for your fashion shoots or just shoots in general, go ahead and hop on Instagram and go ahead and search the hashtag under your city combined with the word model. Styling. Okay, so do you find a stylist or do you just, go ahead and style yourself? It really just depends on your creativity. Some photographers, they just want to click the button, shoot, and that's it. Some photographers like myself, we're a little bit more creative. We have an eye for certain things that we want to shoot, so we can style things ourselves. And then I also went on Amazon and I got the clothes that you see the model wearing. We had 3 different outfits that we decided to rock with, and I based that off of inspiration, which we'll get into a little bit later as well. But those clothes I bought with the budget that I set for this shoot on Amazon. So here's a tip for all you photographers who are looking to style their own shoots and worried about how they're gonna get the money in. The money being spent is only temporary. When I go on Amazon, I make sure, one, that is Amazon Prime, because I have Prime, and who wants to wait a week to get their clothes? But another thing about Prime for Amazon is that they have Prime Wardrobe, where they allow you to actually try certain clothes for a week without having to pay it. And if you want to just return them, there's no charge. But they'll send you the clothes essentially for free without charging you until you decide whether you want to keep them or not. If you decide to keep them, then they'll charge your card on file. Or if you want to return them, there's no charge at all. Now, not all the clothes are eligible for this service, but it's a great service for photographers who are low on money or don't have a strong budget, because you can style your model with these different items, get them sent to you for free, and as long as you send them back within the due date, you won't be charged. Now, for this shoot, I didn't use that. I actually had to buy the clothes without using the wardrobe, but once I get said again, Amazon has a great policy for returning clothes. So what do? We just hid the tags, make sure they weren't showing up in any of the shots. We shot each look, and then I put them right back in the box and I returned them, and I got my money back already. So it's a great way to be able to style your own shoots and really be able to put some creativity into your shoots without having to spend a lot of money. Now, makeup. Do you need a makeup artist? Not always, but I figure for fashion photography, you probably should bring in a makeup artist. There's a lot of up-and-coming makeup artists all over the country that are itchy to get the work for their portfolio. Just like models need shots for their portfolio, makeup artists, they need shots for theirs as well. So, like I said before, Instagram, hashtag Houston makeup artists, or, Dallas makeup artists, or New York City makeup artists. You can find different makeup artists that aren't necessarily gonna wanna charge, they just want some shots from the shoot. Location, okay? Location is very important for fashion photography shoots because you want the location to encompass the whole vibe of the shoot, okay? For this situation, I went to a studio that had different studio sets built up within the main studio. So we had the pink room, we had the Mediterranean room, which is what I call it, and then we had the vintage motel. And those 3 sets were all in one studio. You can do a little work to find unique spots that people haven't shot at yet, or find ways to shoot those spots that are popular in a unique way. And those can all bring your fashion photography shoots together. And the last thing, creativity, which probably should have been the first thing as far as planning your fashion shoots. And you know, being creative is something that's super important when it comes to fashion photography, because you're typically showing off clothes or showing off the model in a way that is really just bringing everything together. Now, if you're not the most creative photographer, you might want to bring in maybe a creative director or maybe someone that you know is creative so they can help you plan this way. For me, I consider myself pretty creative. So I had the vision in my head before I even took a shot, before I even, you know, reached out to the model or the makeup artist. I knew exactly what I wanted to do because I had found inspiration online. Now, inspiration is not meant to be copied for shot for shot. It's just meant to give you a good idea or a solid foundation of what you might want to do. It's part of having that photography eye, getting different looks, different perspectives, different angles. So if you're lacking on your creativity, you might just want to step out of the side of the box that you're usually in, your comfort zone, and really start to grow and push your boundaries. All right. So now we're gonna get into the execution side of shooting, okay? You have your makeup, you have your model, you have everything. You're on set, on location, the model is done, she looks amazing, he looks amazing, you are ready to start shooting. So for me personally, I like to focus on a nice mix of full body to mid-body shots, all right? That's gonna be able to show off not only the model and the entire outfit that they have, but also the location, and it's gonna be able to tell a story just within that one photo. I only brought one lens for my shoot, and it was my 24-70 2.8. So when I wanted to shoot wide open, boom, I switched to 24. When I wanted to zoom in a little bit, 50 to 75, depending on what I was trying to take a shot of. I did take some close-up shots, but as you can see, you know, a lot of those shots that I were close up, we still had a good amount of that outfit in. 70 millimeters is not quite like 85 or 100, so you can still get some, you know, decent shots even though you're zoomed in tight. Now, lighting is very important, all right? So to execute your fashion shoot, you wanna pay attention to the light. And this goes for in studio or natural light, outdoors, using OCF, et cetera, et cetera. If you look at a lot of fashion portraits, you know, you can tell that they have some great lighting, whether it be in studio and they have their lights set up in a certain way, or they're outdoors and they're just being able to use the sun to complement the outfit or to complement the model. You wanna pay attention to lighting. For my shoot in the studio, they had each individual sets with their own actual powered lighting, like when lamps turned on and things like that. But I knew that I would need off-camera flash to offset some of that and also to give my model some pop while being encompassed by the light that in the set that we're using. I wanted the correct balance of ambient to off-camera flashlight. I didn't want off-camera flash to be too bright because then it was just gonna power over everything and the set was gonna look fake. And I didn't want that. I wanted my set to look like it was actually like a real set, like in someone's home, or if we were in the real hotel, or we were just chilling in some Mediterranean bar somewhere. And the last part of the executing is making sure that you're directing your model and that you're, you know, really going ahead and going for the look. For this look, I wanted nice, aggressive poses, you know, legs out, arms kind of draped up. You know, I wanted a lot of attitude. I wanted a lot of expression from my model. My main thing about, you know, execution as far as this, you just want to direct your model. You want her to know that she's doing exactly what you want her to do, that she's killing the shots. You don't want to be quiet behind the camera, and you don't want to, you know, have her just doing everything on her own, because then your shots might not come out the way that you want them to. Sometimes you work with a super experienced model and every pose that she hits is the one that you wanted. And that was kind of similar to, you know, how this shoot went. You know, the model Khalida, she was very nice and she knew what she was doing. And every pose that she hit was exactly what I had in mind. But being able to relay what I had in mind for her and the outfit and the idea that I had in my head allowed her to know what I wanted her to do when we started shooting. So make sure you communicate with your model, because it's very important for executing a successful fashion shoot. So there you go, guys. I hope this video helps you plan your next fashion photo shoot. And you know, I hope it gave you some insight of everything that I do to plan and execute it. And hopefully you can apply that to your own shoots coming up in the future. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I need all the likes I can get. I say it every video, you should be used to it by now. If you have a comment or suggestion, or you just want to say, hey, go ahead and leave a comment in the section below. You know I love talking to all of you guys. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I am coming out with videos weekly now, and I would love to share with everyone that can watch, subscribers, non-subscribers. But go ahead, feel free to share a video every now and then and tell your friends and fellow photographers about the channel, because I am growing and I would love to grow with all of you. So anyway, this is Jason Osborne, JO Vision, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.